My life wasn't perfect, yeah, I know that now. When it came crashing down, all I know is that I need you around. When it comes crashing down, all I need is not to feel so much alone. So step inside my zone, baby, you can give me everything I want. Everything I want. Always dance and sing. You're captivating me. All I need is to know that I'm in your heart and never be apart. All I need is not to feel so much alone. So step inside my zone, baby. I can give you everything you want. Everything you want.
Climbing all four walls in my apartment. I can't spend another second with my brain. Gotta get up and get out, but there's a problem. Every time I go outside, I see your face. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side. All day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright. Where'd you go, babe? Can't you see that I need company? I'm losing it, losing my way. Only get through when it's you plus me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Honestly, can't you just call me? Where you at, where'd you go, babe? Let let me fix my mistakes. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side, all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright, we gon' work it out. No way, no way, no way, yeah. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone, stand me still. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone, stand me still. Yeah. Oh. I still miss you. Still miss you. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone, still miss you. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone, still miss you.
Lately I've been feeling like somebody else. Heard you're moving on with someone new. My friends keep telling me that it was for the best, but I don't know if I will make it through. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. Falling asleep at night, thinking about you and me. Why did you have to be so cruel? I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. Girl, I know we said some things we didn't mean, but thought that we could figure this one out. Hate the fact that our love now is separate, but maybe someday you will realize. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. Falling asleep at night, thinking about you and me. Why did you have to be so cruel? I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. I guess I should have known it from the start,
take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up.
I've been working overtime like crazy, just to show you how I really feel. Haven't had a single day off duty, just to show you that my love is real. Do you even care when I stay? Oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just
What up, Chaos? What up, BZ? About to get started doing it.
Someday you will notice every little thing I do for you. Like the time I went to buy you flowers, 'cause you said your
Mic check, 1,
favorite
2.
one is blue. Do you even care when I stay? Oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take another look at you, so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you. Will you let me?
Cameras up. What's up, y'all? Quick show tonight, man. Quick show.
I just wanna take another
We'll go ahead and go
look
live
at
over
you,
here at
so our
TikTok.
eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete.
Mic
I
check,
just
1,
wanna
2 at
take
TikTok. Hopefully you guys can hear
another
me.
look at you. Will you let me?
All right. Welcome to another episode of High Value Shan, where not only Shan a high value man, so is the content. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being here. I want you to tap into the mastermind at srarmy.com. What up, Mike? My man Mike. Michael's in the house. Michael Matroki. I say Michael Matroki. I know it's probably Michael Matroke. I like Michael Matroki. Both of them sound dope. My man Michael Matroke from the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's a moderator over there. Mike has been a supporter of mine for 4 years, Mike? Is it 3 years for sure? Maybe 4. 3 years for sure, maybe 4. Yeah, Danielle, she was on the show. She was on the Fresh and Fit podcast, man. She did good. Shout out to the brothers at Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Both Walter and Myron. Shout out to them for having Danielle on the show. And shout out to you, Michael, for being a good moderator over there, man. You've been a moderator over there for years, bro. You've been a supporter for years. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Guys, we're going to talk about something real quick tonight, man. I got to talk about this. I was supposed to talk about this show 2 Fridays ago or something like that. I had to rearrange things because I had to shoot up to Miami to take care of some business. Yeah, Chaos. I had to go. I had to run to Miami, man. Take care of some business. I was out there for a week. Normally, when I do my trips, I'm in and out. They're turnarounds. I get back here to LA. So I can take care of business. But I had to go to Miami for a week, so I just paused everything for a week, man. Had to go get everything together for the Black Manosphere Conclave. Had to get everything for the Black Manosphere Conclave. You guys know about the Black Manosphere Conclave here? Let me, do I got a video? I think I got a video. From the very beginning, we envisioned this event to be a beacon of growth and transformation. The Black Manosphere Conclave. Across 3 days, Black men will converge to retool themselves for the 21st century. TikTok will forge powerful business alliances, refine styles, amplify tech skills, and exchange life lessons unique to the Black male experience. Motivate, evolve, enlighten, and thrive. This, gentlemen, is the Black Manosphere Conclave. Welcome to the elite. TikTok, you guys get like the behind the scenes stuff. Like right now when I was running the trailer over at YouTube, you people at TikTok, you get to talk to me still. People at YouTube, they get the show. But the YouTube is a better experience. So if you guys don't follow me at YouTube, make sure you follow me at YouTube. But I appreciate your support over at TikTok as well. What up, Hayden? What up, Chris? Hey, Lisa. What up, William? What up, Songbird? Yeah, so we're going to talk real night. Tonight is going to be a short show, man. I hope it's only going to be 30 minutes. I know I have a tendency to talk and ramble, to get into the weeds of things, but we're going to talk about Mea Culpa. Mea Culpa. Tonight we are discussing Mea Culpa. Have you guys ever heard the term Mea Culpa? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means when you hear the term Mea Culpa? I know you've probably seen the movie Mea Culpa with, I think Tyler Perry came out with a movie called Mea Culpa. I think Tyler Perry made a movie called Mea Culpa, but have you guys ever thought about what that means? I know you heard it. I know you've seen it in legal proceedings. It's a legal term. Exactly, my man. My man BZ always comes with the info. It's accountability. That's exactly what it is. We're getting into the term my fault. Mea culpa is a Latin term for my fault. You want a woman, gentlemen, who is mea culpa. I know it's going to be tough to find one these days. BZ, it's tough to find a Mea Culpa today. But you want a woman who is Mea Culpa. You know, they talk about accountability is like kryptonite. You know, we've heard all the innuendos and the sayings and the little things that people use, the little cliches. You know, people don't take accountability today. Both men and women, typically all women and younger men. All women and younger men. But since I am a male advocate and this is a male improvement channel, we are talking about the things that I want men to avoid. Gentlemen, you want to avoid a woman who's not Mea Culpa. You want a Mea Culpa woman. You want a woman that you can nickname Mea Culpa. The term Mea Culpa, MEACULPA, is Latin for my fault. What it is, it's about owning your mess. It's owning your problems. It's owning your fuck-ups. It's owning when you do wrong. Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. And ladies, this is for you too. When's the last time you heard a woman say? And ladies, when's the last time you said? And I'm gonna discern the difference for the ladies in a second. You've heard a woman say, "Oops, my bad." Oops, my bad, I was wrong. I will try to do better. When is the last time, if ever, have you heard an adult woman say, "Oops, my bad, I was wrong. I will try to do better," without convincing her or showing her the receipts, allowing her to reflect on her own? Now, what I mean by the rub, just a second ago, women say, "Oops, my bad," all the time. I've heard women say, "My fault." Here's the thing though, and this is what I want you to think about. Typically when you hear a woman say, "My fault," when she says, "My bad," oh man, that was my fault, it's because she discovered on her own that it was her fault. Typically, when you hear a woman say, "My fault," it's that she found out, she discovered, she realized on her own that she made a mistake or she did something wrong. What I want to know is, when is the last time you heard a woman say, "My fault," when you told her she was wrong? See, that's the tricky part. That's the rub. That's the part that nobody really likes to discuss. See, we hear women say, I don't have a problem with being wrong. I'll call myself out wrong all the time." But you notice that she only does it, typically, modern women I'm speaking. I'm not talking about the old school women. I'm not talking about your mom or your grandma. I'm talking about modern women. Do you know that they say that typically? See, Brownie 39 Wilson over here at TikTok, she says, "I say that." She said, "I was raised by an aunt who had us accountable from a young age. We weren't princesses." Shout out to Brownie 39 Wilson. She is rare. See, gentlemen, you want to get with a woman like Brownie, who was raised by an old school aunt who didn't give princess treatment to the kids. What up, Nupe? Yo to the Nupes. What up, Terradome? Yo to the Nupes. Listen, gentlemen, you want a woman that was raised by somebody who gave accountability and didn't necessarily give the princess treatment. I know it's difficult. I know, listen, the girl dads out there, I know it's hard to not give your baby girl princess treatment. Moms, I know it's hard to not give princess treatment. But when you got a woman like Brownie 39 who was raised by an aunt who required accountability from her nieces, those are the kind of women you want. And the reason why is because those women typically will allow somebody else to call them out, and then they reflect, they listen to understand, they reflect on the information that was given to them, they process it, and then they turn around and let you know that they won't do it again and that they made a mistake. But generally speaking, what I've run into, and I'm 52 years old, I've run into a lot of people. I know a lot of people. A lot of women will not call themselves out in front of somebody else, or they won't allow somebody else to call them out. Typically, when you get a woman that says, oops, my bad, or I made a mistake, or my fault, it's because she's recognized that she's made a mistake. She's recognized that she screwed up somehow. Somehow she evaluated herself. She took herself to court. You know what I'm saying? She was the judge, the jury, and she executioned herself. She indicted herself on whatever it is. If she spilled something, or she screwed up something, or she spent money she wasn't supposed to spend, she told a falsehood, or she made a mistake, she went the wrong way, she wore the wrong thing, she arrived at the wrong time, whatever it is, typically is when she realizes that she made a mistake that you'll hear, oops, my bad. What I'd like to know is how many of you guys know women who will say, oops, my bad, when you call it out. If you bring receipts to the table and say, hey, here, look, I got a receipt right here. I got a stack of receipts right here. If you say, baby, listen, I got some receipts for you. I got some receipts for you. See, now, Brownie over here at TikTok, Brownie39 at TikTok, Brownie39 is likely the kind of woman who will say, oh, my bad, when somebody else calls her out because her aunt taught her how to do that, but a lot of women didn't get that training. When you bring the receipts to the table and you say, hey, baby, listen, let me show you something that you did wrong. I want to correct you. You know, how many women do you know can take correction? I want to correct you. And here's the proof that you made a mistake. When do they look at the receipt and say, oh, yeah, my bad? Too many women dodge accountability like it's the plague. No apologies. No oops, my bad. No, I'm sorry. Just excuses. Excuses after excuses after excuse. So what is Mea Culpa? What you want is a woman who is Mea Culpa. You want a woman who's Mea Culpa. Remember this, people. Mea Culpa is, like my man BZ said, accountability. You want a woman who's Mea Culpa, Latin for my fault. That's what you want. You want that trait in a woman. It makes life so much easier. Gentlemen, you need to have this too. Ladies, for all the women that's listening to me right now, for all the women, I tell you guys just to reverse engineer everything that I'm speaking, because everything that I say applies the other way as well. You want a man that's accountable. Now, typically, you're going to find most men, accountability is not necessarily the problem. You run into that with younger men, typically men 35 years old and younger. And the reason why is because they were raised by single women. And they've adopted the single woman traits that their mother had, and so they're not accountable. But generally speaking, when there's a father in the house and with a boy, a father and son dynamic, is, boy, what's wrong with you? Young boys are corrected all the time by their dads. I got 2 sons. They are always corrected. From boyhood, accountability is instilled. It's almost like a rites of passage to a degree. Boys got to be corrected. Hey, what you doing over there, man? What's going on? Let's say, get over here. What's wrong with you? Now go say sorry. I don't want to hear all that crying. Get up, stand up, get up. That's how boys are. They're handled differently. Whereas little girls, when they just start pouting, they melt in your arms and you hug them and you get that princess treatment. What Brownie did not get with her auntie. What Brownie did not get with her auntie. So Mea Culpa is, it's stepping up. It's saying, I did it. I'm sorry. I did it. I'm sorry. My bad. I shouldn't have done that. I can't believe I did that. This is when somebody else calls them out, when somebody else brings the receipts, not them discovering it on their own. And then the only person that they can say, call themselves out was themselves. Like there's I mean, there's power in being able to recognize your issues and then call them out, especially if you do it relatively fast. But it's a superpower when somebody else tells you about your problem. You self-reflect on what you heard because you had no idea that you were wrong. You had no idea you screwed up. What up, International Choir Storm? My man is in the house.
Hoo-ah!
You had no idea, and then somebody told you what you did wrong. It's a surprise. This is a news flash. It's like, yo. And you say, damn. My bad. JT Coin Rings in the house. Appreciate you, brother. JT Coin Rings blesses the channel with a $2 super chat. Thank you, bro. Salute to my man, JT Coin Rings.
Being number one isn't easy.
Being number one isn't easy. When you guys hear those sounds over here at TikTok, when you hear those sounds, I got supporters that's blessing the channel with super chats. The International Quiet Storm just blessed the channel with a super chat.
Being number one isn't easy.
He just hit me with a $5 super chat. JT Coin Rings hit me with a $2 super chat. I know that's not a lot, $2. But here's the thing: it's $2 more than everybody else. It's $5 more than everybody else is supporting. And JT and people like the International Quiet Storm, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. I appreciate people who, because that's JT's $2. He doesn't have to give me that. He could sit here and listen like everybody else, like all you guys are doing. And instead, he decides to support the channel with his $2, and he does it every time. So to me, that's big. That's what we call in the military going above and beyond. People like JT, people like the International Quiet Storm, people like Chaos Rain. These people go above and beyond. So that's why I pause my shows when anybody gives me a super chat of any amount, because you didn't have to do that at all. You are not required to do it. I'm not asking you to do it. I'm not out here saying, where's the super, there's a lot of channels out here, where's the super chats? Get them too. I don't even talk like that. And he does it on his own. I didn't ask for this money that they just gave me. That's $7. $7. That's they just paid for Netflix for the whole month. They just covered my Netflix for the month. I think my Netflix is like $12, but you get the point. So I appreciate people like that, man. And you know what? You guys need to start appreciating people who do the little things too, for you. The small things add up. Don't balk at the small things, especially people who's consistent with it, because that stuff adds up. You know more people that you've never met. I've never in my life met JT Coin Rings in person, I don't think. And I get more support from him than I get from 90% of the people in my blood relatives in my family. That's how I look at it. He sends $2 super chat. I got family that sends $0. And this is family that I've taken care of, paid for, helped, so on and so forth. But he's over here supporting me. So shout out to people like JT, Coin Ring. Shout out to people like the International Choir Storm. I appreciate those guys.
Hoo-ah!
Listen, Mea Culpa. It's saying that I did it. My bad. But, with some women, it's like radio silence. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear anything from them. You hear nothing. You know what happens? You start to get the gaslighting and the deflection. If a woman gets caught cheating, as an example, how many times do you hear, oh yeah, but you know what? He drove me to do it. I wouldn't have cheated. He drove. It's not, no, you know what? I'm weak. My flesh is weak. I fucked up. I'm a bad person. I can't believe I've done that. I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. It's none of that. It's he drove me to cheat. He wasn't paying attention to me. If she snaps at you, if she goes off, she is driven by her emotions and she just explodes. She's very, neurotic. Some of you guys know very neurotic women who just go off just run off on a tangent or go off. Guess what happens? It's because she was stressed. Not because she needs therapy, not because she's trauma-ridden, not because she just can't keep control of her emotions, but because she was stressed. It's always something else. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never hers. Never her fault. Now, these are some of the red flags that you gentlemen can identify early in a relationship that you don't really take serious because that sex is good. You know, you may have more good times than bad, but more bad times than you like to count. You may have more good times than bad, but enough bad times that it needs to be addressed. And that's a happiness killer in a relationship, man. It's a happiness killer in a relationship when you got somebody who never says sorry. Like, it's never your fault. Like, ever. You are the only thing right in the wrong world, as my pastor used to tell me 20 years ago. You the only thing right in the wrong world? Everybody else is at fault? You've never been wrong? Or you get that person, that woman, who apologizes 2 days later. Gentlemen, I know you know what I'm talking about. TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. The person that apologizes 2 days later after they've taken some time to reflect and think about it and figure, and not in the moment, not when it matters. Not you guys go on vacation. Maybe, you fly out to Hawaii, or you go overseas, or you guys go to Vegas, you go to Chicago, New York. You go on vacation. The whole vacation is ruined. And then when she gets home, then she realizes she fucked up the vacation. She wants to apologize then. Not while you're on the beach. Not while you're on vacation. Not in the hotel room. No, there's no apology in the fucking hotel room. There's no apology at the Airbnb. There's no apology in the rental car. In a city that you two are supposed to be having fun, you and the kids, or maybe it's just you two. She doesn't realize it then. She needs 2-3 days to reflect on what she did. The vacation is over. You guys go home. You don't like talking to each other. You're upset. And the next thing you know, she's apologizing, but you guys are already back home while you're unpacking. And the whole fucking vacation is ruined. You're not happy. You didn't shop. You didn't party. You didn't get drunk. You didn't have wonderful sex in the hotel room. You had no fun, all because it took her 2 or 3 days to realize that she was wrong. Because when you brought the receipts of what she did, when you showed the receipts of what she did not become Mea Culpa. It was always somebody else's fault. It was your fault. It's somebody else. When you find somebody who deflects bad behavior, and this is a behavior thing, ladies, let me tell you something what men, for the ladies out there that want to get married, let me explain something. Now, mind you, I'm twice married, twice divorced. Twice married, twice divorced. I've made some mistakes. I've ignored red flags, and I am, and previously was, a red flag myself. I have problems as a man that I'd like to work out at the old age of 52. I don't know if I will because, I'm an old dog and I don't know if I can learn new tricks, but I can definitely identify them, and I don't want young men to make the same mistakes that I've made. In addition to that, I don't want young men to look over the red flags that I looked over. And one of them is bad behavior. Ladies, men do not marry beauty. We marry behavior. Your beauty attracts me. Your beauty, how pretty you are, that dress that you wearing, that smooth skin of yours and those curves, how you smell and your lips, that lipstick and that light makeup, because we don't like all that heavy shit. If you're doing all that heavy shit for other women, you're not doing it for us. We don't want all that heavy makeup and foundation and concealer and contour. I'm in fashion, so I see it all the time. We don't give a fuck about all that. Hit us with some lipstick. Some lip gloss. Hit us with some lip gloss. Make sure your skin is moisturized and we're good. Make sure your eyebrows are threaded. and we're good. That's what attracts men, ladies. Your beauty attracts me. I like how you look. I'm thinking sexually when I first see you, sexually. I'm imagining the things I can do to you. That's just what it is. That's what, look, don't blame me. This is the nature of me. This is the nature of men. Your beauty is what attracts us. Your behavior is what keeps us. Your behavior is what keeps us. I did a show. I told you I did a show called Mr. Shan's 5 Things Women Need to Do to Keep a Man. I know you know how to get a man. You guys are experts on getting a man. You know how to get us, ladies. You know how to get us, to attract us, to reel us in. Do you know how to keep us? Do you know how to retain a man that you like? I know you can retain the dude in the friend zone. I know you can retain the guy that's been chasing you for 10 years. I know you can get the guy that's been on your ass, that coworker that that's been chasing you around and simping for you. I know you can get him and keep him, but you don't even like him. I'm talking about the guys that you like, that you actually like, the guy that you actually are attracted to physically, mentally. Do you know how to keep him? That's where a lot of women are falling flat. Here's the cheat code, ladies. It's not your beauty. How pretty you are and how sexy you are is not it. How many other men want to smash? You say, how many other guys is chasing you? It's not it. What keeps a man, what retains a man is your behavior. And we pay attention to your behavior, ladies. We look at the things you do. We hear what you say, but we look at what you do. And a lot of you ladies are not Mea Culpa. You spin everything. You know, if you yell at the kids, it's because they were wild. You know, if you flirt with somebody that you have no business flirting with, you'll say some shit like, well, my man wasn't paying attention. It's never your fault. You never do anything wrong. It's always some other reason. If you yelling at the kids, it's not because you have an attitude problem, because you have a short temper. It's not because you weren't prepared to be a parent. You weren't prepared to be a mother. It's not because you don't know how to be a parent or know how to nurture or speak to children. It's not because you're upset that your baby daddy knows how to speak to your children better than you do. The kids listen at him, but they don't listen at you. Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. The father says to do something one time and the kids are doing it, but you got to say it 3, 4, 5 times. And that bothers you. You won't look at why that is. You just say it's the kids. They're wild. The kids are hard-headed. No mea culpa. Everything is a deflection. And I'm going to be honest with you, for men, it's very exhausting. And it leaves us cleaning up a mess that we didn't make. And more often than not, men are out of there. This is why we marry behavior. Why wouldn't he marry her? Because he's not signing up to deal with that for the rest of his life no man wants to deal with your bad behavior for the rest of his life, because the beauty fades. And I think Drake wrote it in the song, you know, just need to know what that pussy like. So one time is fine with me. Once the guy has sex with you, what else is it? What else is it? Once the sex is already involved and you guys have already been intimate, what else is going to keep them there? I'll tell you, ladies, good behavior. But if you are refusing to be wrong, if you're refusing to be wrong, if you refuse to admit that you're wrong, it's not going to last. OG Patrice is in the house, y'all.
Hoo-ah!
What's up, Patrice? Where you been? I ain't seen you in a couple years, I think now, right? Shout out to Terradone. Thank you for hitting the like, telling people to hit the like and subscribe. Terradone, I gotta make you a mod, man. Hey, OG Patrice, it's good to see you, love. OG Patrice is Mea Culpa. Ladies, you want to aspire to be Mea Culpa. You want to aspire to be that Latin term, my fault. You want to be the kind of person that says my fault so naturally and so easy, so quick. It's the knee-jerk reaction. And knee-jerk reaction isn't defense. The knee-jerk reaction is, oh yeah, that's my fault. Even when it's sometimes not your fault, hash it out later so that the other person can come with their hat in hand and say, damn, I blamed you for something that I shouldn't have blamed you for. Now that, ladies, you come with the real receipts after you've apologized and you came with the actual receipts to exonerate you, to show that you are actually innocent, you get to sit there and have somebody apologize back to you. There's more power in taking on responsibility and taking on accountability and taking on the reason why something didn't work or went bad, like a leader would do, and then later finding out that it wasn't your fault, than to say that it's not your fault and then realize it actually is. Trust me when I tell you, a unicorn is a woman that takes accountability, admitting that she's wrong. You don't want somebody who'll die on the hill before they on the hill of being loud and wrong before they say that you're right, gentlemen. Where it's not about the truth. You know, we talk about the red pill. Does everybody understand what red pill and blue pill is? I'm sure you guys know it. At this point, we've spoken about it ad nauseum. There may be some people watching this video who's never heard, or maybe it's some young people coming in. Red pill, blue pill. The blue pill, you stay in La La Land. This is from an ode to the movie Matrix, 1999. 25 years ago, a movie came out called The Matrix, where Morpheus gave Neo the opportunity to stay asleep and listen to the bullshit and lies and the programming of the Matrix. Live a happy life, but it's not the truth if you take the blue pill. But if you take the red pill, you wake up and you go deeper down the rabbit hole, and it's a tough life. But the truth doesn't care about how you feel. The truth does not give a shit about your feelings. That's what Mea Culpa is. It doesn't matter how you feel. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or not. So those of us who've taken the red pill, when we're wrong, as much as we hate it, we admit it. We are Mea Culpa. As much as we hate being wrong, we admit it. Sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. The N is the worst of the four. The need to be right is a disease. The need to be right is a disease. There's far too many people out here today, modern women and young men, who need to be right. They don't give a damn about the truth. They don't give a damn about if it affects somebody else's life. They don't care about other people's feelings. All they care about is being right. They have the need to be right. I have to be correct. It doesn't matter if I'm at fault. It doesn't matter if I'm wrong. It doesn't matter if I did something that I shouldn't have been doing. You will not hear me say my fault. You won't hear Mea Culpa from me. That's a lot of people's position today. Don't be that person. Ladies, don't be that woman. Don't have the need to be right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't have the need to be right. It's a disease. Trust me when I tell you. And it gets you nowhere, especially with people who are intellects. Especially with people who got receipts. You just look stupid in the end. You look really dumb arguing the need to be right on something where you're wrong, and then when the videotape shows that your ass is wrong, then what do? You sit there looking like, like you got shit on your face. And you're like, damn, how do you recover from that? You would rather recover. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather recover from arguing how you're not wrong and then getting proved wrong and then coming back from that than just saying you're wrong to begin with and then instead finding out later that you were right? Which one would you pick? I personally would much rather say, oh shit, that's my fault. I think it's power in that, to be honest with you. I think it's power in saying, shit, my bad. I think it's power in holding myself accountable more than other people do. I am my biggest critic. I think it's better for you to be your biggest critic than somebody else to criticize you more than you do yourself. I told you tonight is going to be a short show. But I think I got my point across, you guys. What's the worst part is that a no apology zone. See, it's one thing to say, oops, my bad. It's another thing to realize that it was your fault and you give a shitty ass response. You need to have the same energy in your apology as you did when you were arguing that you were right. Some people are loud, wrong, and quiet, right. Don't be the kind of person who apologizes quietly. Don't be the kind of person who apologizes quietly. How can I illustrate this? Passive aggressive. You guys heard the term passive aggressive? So passive aggressive is where you're calmly hostile. The best example that we've ever used with passive aggressive is saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. Has anybody ever told you that? I'm sorry you feel that way. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry you took it like that. That's passive aggressive. It's a fake apology. It's not a real apology. That's when somebody blames you for being hurt about what they did. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you took it like that. Oh, I'm sorry that you took it like that. That's passive aggressive. Don't accept passive aggressiveness. When somebody tells you, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way, say, you could have saved that. That's bullshit. I don't want to hear it. You apologize properly or don't apologize at all. There's far too many people when they are presented with receipts that they can't refute, when they are presented with receipts that they can't defend, when they can't beat it, that they're just like, oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. What the fuck you mean you didn't realize that? No, say, you know what, I fucked up. You need to have the same energy in your apology as you had when you were fighting trying to be right. You know, there's power in that. I know it takes a little bit of maturity. Everybody don't have that kind of maturity. Nobody has that fortitude to be able to do that. Try, if you're listening to me, try it. I don't expect your family members to do it. I don't expect your girlfriend or your husband or your wife or I don't expect your parents. I don't expect your coworkers or your boss. But if you're listening to me, I expect you to do it. If you're listening to me right now, do not be the kind of person who apologizes with passive aggressiveness. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. No, you say, you know what? I'm sorry I did that. I can't believe I did that. You need to have, if you were yelling and wrong, you need to be yelling and apologizing. International Quiet Storm said, my ex said that to me when I caught her cheating and told her and told her I was mad. Yeah. International Quiet Storm caught his ex cheating. And here comes the passive aggressiveness. You need to have the same energy, the same tone of voice, the same decibels in your volume in apologizing and saying my bad that you had when you thought you were right. That's right, Tara. Don't keep that same motherfucking energy. We cussing tonight. We cussing tonight, y'all. You keep that same energy that you had when you were wrong now that you're apologizing to me. And you might be forgiven. It hurts everybody, you guys. But when you don't have any accountability, there's no growth. There's no growth in it. You don't become, everybody's talking about they want to be somebody different, or, I'm different than who I was last year, or I'm better than I used to be, or I like the version of me I'm becoming. I mean, we've heard all the little, cutesy little words and shit. But if you don't have any accountability today, 2025, as much as we've been beating this horse over the last 5 years, you have no growth. As far as I'm concerned, you've grown nowhere else. Nothing else matters if you can't say, my bad. All you're going to do is build resent and create a war zone in what should be a loving relationship, a loving circle. When you refuse to own up, you have a grudge match, and those relationships don't last. Ladies, if you love your man and you want to keep him, you need to learn Mea Culpa. You need to be Mea Culpa. You need to embody the spirit of Mea Culpa. It's a Latin phrase for my fault. My fault. It is not bad to say my fault. Ladies, if you want to overcome your inability to take accountability, first, I want you to pause and reflect. I wrote down 5 things you should do. First, you have to self-reflect. I know that's kind of tough because a lot of you guys don't like to look at yourself in the mirror. Sometimes, like a receipt or your man, he's telling you something or he's trying to correct you. He's really just holding up a mirror. He's not creating something. He's not digging shit. He's just simply showing you you. Let me show you. Let me hold up a mirror and show you you. Let me show you you. And what happens is a lot of you ladies don't like what you see. You don't like the reflection that's coming back in that mirror that your man is holding up to you. Self-reflection is the first step in becoming Mea Culpa. Self-reflection, looking in yourself and saying, what's my part here? What did I do? Maybe it's not all my fault. I know that misery loves company. I know misery loves company. I know you don't want to be alone. I know you want him to have some degree, some percentage of fault here. I know you want to have some degree of fault, not 100% of it though. However, whatever percent of it, look at it and say, this is how you start small. I'm going to teach you guys, ladies, I'm going to teach you how to start small in becoming a full-on accountable human being. Start small and self-reflect, look at yourself, ask yourself, what's my percentage here? What's my part? I know the truth hurts. Taking that red pill and swallowing it. Oh man, that's a big pill. It's a horse pill. It's a big pill to swallow. But if you can do that and say, damn, you know what? I do play a part here in the wrongness. Then zero in on your percentage. Don't start talking about, well, what about you? We don't do the whataboutisms. Remove the whataboutisms from the conversation. Don't start pointing fingers and saying, well, yeah, I did this and that's cool, but what about you? We don't play whataboutisms. If you're wrong at any percent, talk about only you. Especially if somebody else is bringing it up. And then the next thing I want you to do, ladies, in order to become Mea Culpa, is start small with the apologies. Practice the small sorries. The small ones. Sorry, baby, I snapped. It was a rough day. You're not necessarily blaming the day. You're saying, I'm sorry that I snapped. I'm sorry that I yelled at you. I'm sorry that I was edgy. I'm sorry that I'm not as affectionate and didn't want to touch you when we watched the Netflix movie. Or I'm sorry that I didn't speak to you. I'm sorry. I had a rough day. Had a lot on my mind. My menstrual cycle, my period started. It's fucking with the hormones got me all fucked up. But it's no excuse for my behavior. Because what that does, ladies, when you apologize small, you start with the small sorries. It's a muscle. It's like going to the gym. It's a mental gymnastics here. You're building up for the bigger ones later. Small sorries. You know what, baby? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ladies, the other thing that you need to do is you need to drop the ego. Men have egos. This is really this one here. I'm really talking to the fellas that have a problem with accountability. This one is not so much women. I'm more so talking to the young men who have a problem with taking accountability, because this is an issue with men too. Drop the ego, bruh. Being wrong isn't death, dog. There are some men that have a problem with taking accountability. And oftentimes because of his ego. When you say, baby, I got it wrong, my bad, watch the tension just melt away. It's power, gentlemen. It's not a weakness. I'm talking to my young guys out there. If you drop the ego, watch her melt in your hands, bruh. Drop the ego, gentlemen. You're not gonna die by being less egotistical with your girl. I promise you. It's one of my problems that I've had in the past. I probably still kind of got it now. But I'm preaching. I'm the teacher today, so I don't have to practice what I'm preaching. Y'all just got to listen at me. It's okay to not be so egotistical, man. You don't have to have a chip on your shoulder. You don't got to kick shit around the house and talk about you the man and all that. You ain't got to do all that, man. What for? What for? Who you prove? What you trying to prove? That you strong? That makes you, as far as I'm concerned, don't come in no men's circles. Don't come in the circles around the men that I fuck with. We'll laugh at you. Haze you. Trying to be a man, poke your chest out, talk about how big and bad you are, and your ass is all the way wrong. Come on, gentlemen. Drop that ego. We don't do that. Ladies, back on you. I know this is going to be hard to do. Ladies, I know this is going to be tough for you. But give it a shot. Just give it a shot. Can you ask your man for some feedback? Can you sit him down and say, baby, can you tell me where I've messed up? Can you imagine? Do you know how powerful that question is? Tell me where I've messed up. And then shut your mouth and listen. First of all, that's senior level emotional control. I know this is wishful thinking for me to ask a lot of modern women to ask her man, can you tell me where I've messed up? And then shut the fuck up and listen. That used to be the original title of this show. It wasn't always High Value Shan. That's the name of the podcast. The podcast original name was Shut the Fuck Up and Listen. But YouTube told me that that was too harsh for their advertisers, so I had to change the title of my podcast. I originally named this podcast Shut the Fuck Up and Listen. But YouTube said, yeah, we're not going to promote you if you call your podcast. They wasn't going to stop me, but they were like, we ain't going to show it to nobody if you call it Shut the Fuck Up and Listen. So I had to change the name to High Value Shan. Ladies, can you imagine by you going to your man says, look, baby, he brings some receipts to you and says, look, baby, this is what you did. Here's the proof that you did it. Here's the receipts. You self-reflect. You still don't even think that you did anything wrong, by the way. You still don't think that you fucked up. You self-reflect, though. You see your percentage in it. Maybe you only see 10% you and 90% him. Let's say that's the case for argument's sake. Let's say that's the case for argument's sake. 10% your fault is all you see, 90% his. But you don't even focus on his 90%. You just talk about your 10%. And you say, you know what? For my part, you know what? I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. Can you tell me where I messed up? And then after you, in that sentence, that question, you shut the fuck up and listen. Ladies, do you realize you have no idea? You have no idea how powerful that is to any man. Any man. Rich, poor, old, young. To ask him for a little bit of forgiveness, to identify that you did something wrong, and then say, where did I mess up? So he can give you some insight as to where you messed up. So you can figure out how to do better. Ladies, you don't even, but you so stuck on being right. Loud and wrong. Be loud and wrong. And all you got to do is use these powerful tactics that I'm giving you. And you might learn something. Half the time you learn it 3 days later anyway. Half the time you learn it 3 days later anyway. So why not just learn it now? Why wait 3 days to realize you was wrong when you could ask him, where did I mess up? And you could learn it tonight. And the last thing, ladies, you guys need to do is you need to make amends. You know, saying I'm sorry is good, but you got to fix it. You got to fix it. You know, if you cooking dinner and you burn the dinner because your ass is too busy on TikTok, you was too busy on Instagram or on TikTok and you burn the dinner, cook tomorrow. Order food, pay for it tonight. You order food, you pay for it tonight, and then you cook tomorrow. You don't make a fucking excuse as to why the food burned when the reality was you was just scrolling on TikTok and you didn't set the timer. What up, Jay? What up? Oh, JT and Chaos. Yeah, that was the original name. Shut the fuck up and listen. They were like, yeah, we don't want to. You don't want to do that. I was like, damn. Yeah, you don't want to burn the food and then blame everything else except for yourself and your inability to set the timer. You didn't set the timer on your iPhone. You have a phone. You got an Android. You got a fucking Alexa. You got all these See, I ain't got Alexa. It's firing up. You got all these things to help you set a timer, and you didn't do it. And you too busy scrolling on TikTok, and now you done burned up dinner. You didn't burn the casserole. You didn't burn the chicken. You didn't burn the biscuits. You didn't burn everything. You didn't burn up the dinner tonight. Ladies, action behind your apology seals the deal. Action behind the apology seals the deal. If you burn the dinner tonight, order dinner tonight, pay for it yourself, and then cook again tomorrow. Have that same energy in your apology as you had when you used to complain. See, I'm trying to teach you guys how to be different tomorrow than you were yesterday. These are mistakes that I've made in my relationships, in my travels, in business, in partnerships that I don't want you guys to make. Mea culpa. Mea culpa, ladies and gentlemen. Mea culpa is Latin for my fault. My bad. Everybody wants to be mea culpa. Gentlemen, you want to look for a woman who is mea culpa. It's not a curse, it's freedom. Ladies. Shout out to Black Love Goddess. Men have spiritual and physical power, but they don't know how to tap into it. That's a bar. When you have the inability to take accountability, ladies, you're not dodging accountability. You know what you're doing? You're stuck in a cage. You're stuck in a cage, and men are paying the price. I don't want your relationships to suffer because you can't say my bad. Oops, my bad. Too many relationships. I'm all about relationships. Relationships are the goal for me. I want men and women to get together. I don't want men to go their own way. I'm not MGTOW. I don't want men to go their own way. I like men with women. I like when women are with a good man. But there's some things that a lot of women have to change. We got to reprogram some of you guys' computers. You guys have been programmed incorrectly in a lot of ways. And I want you ladies to step up. I want you to own your mistakes. I want you to apologize with energy. I want you to grow. And gentlemen, I want you to demand it or dodge her, man. Gentlemen, I want you to demand it. It needs to be a requirement. Accountability, in fact, needs to be a deal breaker. It needs to be a deal breaker for a lot of men. If she can't apologize, don't fuck with her because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Ladies, if you get this now, as I told you, you can be as pretty as you want to be. I don't give a damn about your beauty techniques, your skin routine, your morning routine. I don't care about all your hair routine and getting your curls together or getting your hair straightened out or getting pretty or getting in that new Fashion Nova dress. I don't care nothing about your beauty the way you think we do. You know what I care about is your behavior. Your behavior is what's going to keep your man. You got the beauty shit down locked, ladies. You figured out how to get us. You already know how to be pretty and the realist in, but you don't know how to keep us. You know how to fish and get the man in the boat, but you can't keep the man in the boat. Somehow his ass jumps right back in the sea. Your behavior, ladies, is what keeps him. If you're in and out of relationships, if you're a serial dater, if you're finding guys that's not sticking around, your body count is increasing because he's hitting it and quitting it. Somehow you can't keep a man. He doesn't want to hang out. He doesn't want to be around you after he has sex with you. He doesn't want to watch movies or kick it. He's here today, gone tomorrow. If those are your relationships, damn, another one gone. It's your behavior. He's identified something that he doesn't want to be around long term in you. One of them is you don't take any accountability. One of them is you don't know how to say, oops, my bad, I'm sorry. One of them is you don't know how to say, my fault, mea culpa. One of the reasons why that man is not in your life anymore, and it's probably too late because so I'm trying to help you for the next guy, is because you don't know how to say, hey, baby, where did I mess up? And then shut the fuck up and listen. You talk too goddamn much. You do. You do. You talk too much. And you have the ability to fix it. And I believe that you can because I want relationships to happen. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Army. srarmy.com. Where we take our lives to the next level. All I talk about is accountability in the Army. All we talk about in the SR Army. SR Army is my mastermind group. It's right now, it's totally free to anybody that wants to join. Just go to srarmy.com, fill out we'll read all the perks, scroll to the bottom, select the Lieutenant Lifetime. It's free lifetime. No charge, it's just free forever. Well, it's set for 20 years. And then after 20 years, it'll renew for another 20 years. So for the next 40 years, your membership is free. And all I talk about is accountability. In fact, the motto of the SR Army is no excuses. No excuses. The slogan is, if I can do it, you can do it. But the motto is no excuses. We talk, it's only accountability over there. I'm a drill sergeant. That's why it's the Army. And I only want soldiers. I don't want weaklings. There's no safe spaces in the SR Army. I don't have any safe spaces over here. If you are a fuck up, I'm gonna let you know you're a fuck up, and then I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna break you down, but I'm gonna build you up. So come on over to the SR Army at the srarmy.com. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm Mr. Shan. I'm the man with the plan. I've been there and I've done that. Not much surprises me anymore. And ladies and gentlemen, you are dismissed.
Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere beber. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en él. Como que ella quiere, disfruta la noche, lo anormal. Creo que el novio teme que su relación va a terminar. Se da cuenta que no necesita a alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación, alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí.
JT, I see that super chat, JT. I see that super chat, JT. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your continued support, man. Thank you, bro.
Es empate si lo desigualo. Le gusta lo nasty y lo malo. Me traje un regalo. Ella ya no quiere relación, alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí. Dime todo lo que ella quiere, nada ha sido regalado. Entre más independiente, más quiero estar a su lado. Es de esas nenas, mata, es que más. Ella está plena la noche entera. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí.